Welcome to the DO Boxing Show. This is going to be episode number 43, and we're talking about different boxing styles. There's going to be about 5 styles I'm going to break down, and this is going back to the time where trainers used to train fighters in specific styles. So if you looked at a fighter, you could tell what gym they came out of or where they were actually fighting out of. Now it's more of a melting pot, amalgamation of different styles and what works for fighters. But going back down, I'm going to break it down into about 5 categories: the banger, the brawler, the boxer puncher, and the counter puncher. So we're starting off with the banger. So the banger is that type of fighter that usually is going to be a heavy puncher. They're heavy-handed, and they can take their opponent out with one punch. And they don't worry too much about getting hit. So it's the guy that you're not going to really worry about whether or not they're going to be piling up points or not, as long as they can get to their opponent and they're willing to go to their opponent. I used to fashion my style based on one of the most famous bangers, and that was Mike Tyson. Or you can call him, even instead of calling him a banger, you can call him a puncher if you want. But basically, it's someone that is, sometimes they might be shorter. They might be very short in their weight class. And they have really good technique. They've worked on the technique of delivering a punch so that they're delivering it with the maximum amount of power and intent each time out. And if they're able to land, they know that they can end the fight possibly with one punch. So they're willing to go in and take whatever is going to be coming at them in order to land that punch, because they have that confidence in their power. And some of the other or I guess maybe another famous puncher or banger would be David Tua. He's a guy that didn't necessarily worry too much if he was behind on points, because he knew that if he was able to get to his opponent and wear them down, that if he was able to land that punch, he'd be able to put an end to that fight. So the banger is the guy that already knows he has power in his fists. And when you know you have that kind of power, or if you're training in that kind of style, make sure that you take really good care of your hands, because when you are pounding your hands hard against a bag or any kind of surface, your hands are going to undergo a certain amount of stress. So you want to make sure that they're always wrapped properly, that there's enough padding in your hand wraps, and that you're wearing the proper type of gloves, and that you have the proper type of technique when you're working on those kind of power punches. So that's the technique of the banger or puncher. And if you want to know anything more in depth about that particular boxing style or other boxing styles that we're going to talk about, hit us up through Twitter at DOKPOSIO, or through my email, okposio@hotmail.com, OKPOSIO@hotmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We appreciate you checking out the DO Boxing Show, and we'll see you on the next episode.